Today we've got lots of fun things to talk about. We've got the naming ceremony coming up for the brand new Queen Anne, and I'll let you know who the guest of honor is there. We've also got to go over an announcement by Norwegian that makes me think we need to keep our eye on Norwegian. Carnival Cruise Lines has made a fun announcement about Celebration Key. Carnival Corporation has made an announcement about buses in Alaska, so I'm going to let you know about that. And the other evening in our live, we talked a little bit. Someone thought they had seen something about the Plus and Premier packages going up, so I'm going to follow up with you on that. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Wednesday. It is May 22nd of 2024. And let's start off at the top there with a quick follow-up about our discussion the other evening on our live. Monday night, we always have our live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And a couple of Let's Go family members mentioned that from something they had seen, they thought that perhaps the price was going to be increasing on the Plus or the Premier package. And so I just wanted to let you know that after checking that out, the price is not going up. I am guessing someday it will, because it seems like everything goes up at some point, but there's been no announcement, nothing's going on about the price of the Plus or Premier package going up. So I just wanted to let everybody know about that. And if I ever hear that it's going up, I'll let you know. Usually Princess does an announcement that lots of people hear at the same time when things like that are going to change, but nothing is in the pipeline at this time that I'm aware of. All right, so don't worry about that one. Now let's talk for just a minute about the Queen Anne. The Queen Anne, which is Cunard's newest ship, is going to be officially named in her naming ceremony on June 3rd in Liverpool, England. And guess who the main guest is going to be? Andre Bocelli. And if you're not familiar with Andre Bocelli, he is one of the top opera stars in the world, and he just sings beautifully. So I wish I got to be there that day, but I don't. So we're going to try to follow along, and hopefully they will stream it online. And if they do, I'll bring you some of the highlights from that. I also wanted to let you know why they chose Liverpool, England, of all the places to name that ship. And it is because back in the year of 1840, Sir Cunard it was at the port there in Liverpool that he started running transatlantic sailings that would carry passengers. So that port has a very special place in Cunard history, and that is why they will be there on June 3rd to name the brand new Queen Anne. So I'm really excited about that. Another quick note I've got for you today is about the Regal Princess. The Regal Princess has just turned 10 years old, and it's really fun to look back on where a ship has sailed during the time that she has been sailing. And I note that the Regal Princess has sailed to the Baltics, she has sailed the Mediterranean, she has sailed the Caribbean, lots of places. And so one thing that I wanted to let you know is Gordon and I got to sail on the Regal Princess back in 2016, and I feel like we've been on it again more recently. But I know that definitely back in 2016, we took it on a Baltic cruise. It was round trip out of Copenhagen, and that was back in the day when you got to do an overnight in St. Petersburg, Russia. And I'm really grateful that we did it when we did it, because now you can't do that. It kind of goes back to my thing. I'm always telling you all, do what you can do when you can do it, because you never know what's going to happen next. So I just wanted to share that with you. It's kind of an important milestone as these ships celebrate their birthdays, and we are going to be sailing on the Regal Princess starting on June 8th. So 2 weeks from today, we are flying out for London to get to go on that trip. So I'll take you with us. I'm going to do a whole ship tour of the Regal Princess, so you'll be able to see it with your eyes, and I'll tell you what I think about it, so you'll be able to see it through mine a little bit as well. Now, Carnival Corporation has announced that they are going to make some changes with the buses that they run in some of the places up there in Alaska. Now, when you talk Carnival Corporation in Alaska, that means it's going to apply to Holland America and to Princess. Those are the two cruise lines that that Carnival Corp owns that sail up there in Alaska. So where they are starting with this is the buses that run from where the port is there out to the Mendenhall Glacier. They have historically ran 4 buses, and they are trading out those a little bit older buses for some slightly newer buses. They say double-decker buses. These double-decker buses are special because rather than holding 50 guests like the regular ones do, they say they will be able to hold 80 guests. So theoretically, they're thinking that they will be able to transport not quite, but almost twice as many guests with one bus, which should help cut down on emissions. It should help cut down on traffic and just hopefully help everything flow a little bit more smoothly. The other thing they noted is it can use up to 10% biodiesel, so that should help with emissions a little bit. So it's going to be kind of fun to see how all of this runs up there in Alaska this summer. So those of you who go, if you have seen these new buses, send me a picture or put them on our Facebook group. Let me know what that experience was like and how everything went. They were also saying that they feel like that they can unload and reload these double-decker buses faster than they can do a 50-passenger bus due to the layout of the bus. So it's all very interesting to think about. So let me know what you think about that, and let me know if you've experienced it or not. When we are in Alaska at the end of July, we have an all-day excursion that is going to go out to see the Sawyer Glacier. So we're not going to be able to take those fancy new buses over to the Mendenhall Glacier. So I won't be able to tell you firsthand, but I'm going to look for them, and hopefully I can get a picture of them and tell you a little bit about them, as well as those of you who are going on them. Let us know. Now, another quick note for you. This is really exciting. Every time I hear about Celebration Key, that Celebration Island that Carnival Corporation is building there, it's supposed to come online July of 2025. They are every once in a while announcing some new news to go along with that. And I always get really excited. So they have announced that they have a whole new family area, and they're calling it Starfish Lagoon. So it's going to have like a 2-foot wading pool for children. It's going to have a special splash pad for children. It's going to have an area for parents as well. They've got a game pavilion for people that want to play more like your board games, ping pong, foosball, cornhole, all of those kind of things. And then right close to it they're also going to have a sports court for families that want to do things, or non-families, you can meet new friends and have a fun time. So volleyball, basketball, pickleball courts, that's supposed to be right close there to the game pavilion. They are also going to have, and this sounds like, I'm so excited about this, these things called floating aquabanas. And so they're going to be able to hold up to 12 guests. They're going to have like loungers on them, as well as a stationary table. So if you want to put your drink on it, you can. But the way that it's designed, it's got steps to go down into the water, it says. And so you can even sit there on the edge of that, drink your drink with your feet in the lagoon there. And this whole Starfish Lagoon is based on one of the largest freshwater lagoons in all of the Bahamas. So this is going to be spectacular. They've got special beach areas set aside. And this is in addition to all the other things that they are doing on that Celebration Key. So I'm really excited to get to try this sometime. It's definitely going to be worth a visit. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking of booking a cruise so that you can go to Celebration Key. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please go ahead and hit that subscribe button? We've got grand plans for our Let's Go family, and we would love you to be a part of it. Also, if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? Doesn't cost anything, it doesn't obligate you to anything, and I really appreciate your help, so thank you. Now, Norwegian. What's going on with Norwegian? I think Norwegian's great. I don't think Norwegian's a bad cruise line at all. But this headline really did catch my eye, and let me tell you why. The headline says, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings laser focused on cost management. So Mark Kempe, who is the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer of Norwegian Cruise Line, said that the company has committed to a goal of saving $300 million over the next 3 years. The interesting thing about that is he says that 2/3 of those savings they are expecting to come from ship, in other words, onboard operating expenses. And then the rest of it is going to come from like cutting some of the administrative expenses, as well as a new fuel purchasing program. Along with that, they talked about how they want to have people report directly to him so that they can try to do their best to cut costs wherever they can. And one thing that really stood out to me, it says it's 100% starts with changing the culture. When you change the culture, you empower your teams not only to bring forward ideas, but to make the change. So here are a few things that I think. So first of all, we are going to have to keep an idea. Those of you, especially those of you who have cruised on Norwegian a lot, as you go on Norwegian cruises in the future, let us know what you think and the things that you notice that are different. Here are the things that came to my mind. So we have been on 2 Norwegian cruises. We've been on the Norwegian Encore and on the Norwegian Breakaway, and thoroughly enjoyed both cruises. If you lined up and said to me you get one ship or the other, they were both great ships. Really enjoyed them both. Either one of them is good. The Encore is going to be sailing in Alaska this year. That's their big ship up there. And anyway, some things stood out to me though about that cost savings measure. Since we have come out of the pandemic, and Norwegian has been, like all of the cruise lines, have been jostling, trying to figure things out so that they can repay that debt as well as remain profitable and know where they're going moving forward. Norwegian was really rather singular in that they cut, for example, their housekeeping staff and cut their wages and gave the ones that they kept more work. That stood out to all of us in this. And then I remember when they took away a lot of their headliner entertainment. They took away Kinky Boots, and then the Choir of Man has not been on the ships like it was before. You can correct, it's not an error here. I am not sure how many ships still have the Choir of Man being performed there, if any. So if you've sailed on Norwegian lately, let me know. But I think it'll be really interesting to see what they do moving forward. I was really hopeful that they would get to the point that they would give the payback to their workers that they had cut, and then also bring back what they needed. Because when we have been on Norwegian both times, the housekeeping, the crew members there, we're working all day long trying to get the cabin serviced one time, let alone they don't do a second time anymore unless you ask and you have to pay for it. So just putting that out there. Let's keep our eye, see what's going on with Norwegian, try to stay up to date on everything. And I am really hoping that they're able to find some things to cut some money on that will not impact the crew and it will not impact the guests. So let me know what you think about Norwegian in the comments. I really look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for joining me here today. I look forward to seeing you here again tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.